Totango required account information. Now that we have established what data model within Totango is, let's talk about the most important fields that make most features work in Totango. Account name. As you can see here, GlaxoSmithKline Services Unlimited is the name of this account. It'll appear in the hierarchy trail here, as well as in the account profile header here. Remember, everything is referenced to as an account in Totango, and therefore must contain a name, even if you consider it a product, a line of business, or a subsidiary. Some best practices around naming your accounts include making sure that they are all unique, regardless of account type. Next is the account ID. You can see in the account ID displayed in the URL, as well as displayed in the information section down below in the account information section under account identifiers. It is the solitary requirement for any record to be in Totango. This is an ID that you must define. Totango does not generate it. It must be unique amongst all records you will be bringing into Totango. You want to choose an account ID which unifies the data for your particular accounts across all the various sources when you are bringing data from. If you have an issue with unique IDs across different levels of your account hierarchy, you should add a pre or postfix to the ID, which then makes it unique from other subsets. For example, the account ID _ product name, where account ID is the ID of the account or the main record or the parent account, and product name is the name of the associated product to that. We'll talk more about building hierarchy in a later portion of the video. Account IDs in Totango are case insensitive. If you are using Salesforce to generate accounts, do not use the 15-character Salesforce ID, which is case sensitive. Instead, use the 18-character one, which is not. Once you've established an account ID for a particular record, it cannot be changed within Totango. Account types. Account type is a way to create delineation between different types of account records in Totango. It is set and defined by you and allows you to customize the account profile layout that your customer success team sees, and allows you to build hierarchical relationships, which we will discuss more in depth later. You should use the account types that make the most sense to your organization so that it does not create confusion for your team. But remember, every account record must have a designated account type, even if they are all the same. On my screen, you can see that this customer has the account type of customer. Status. The status field I have selected here is what Totango uses to identify which accounts to treat as current customers and which are churned. Totango has 3 levels of contract status: free, paying, and cancels. And you can then you can define whatever status values you want under each of those buckets. For example, for paying, you might want the values of onboarding, adopting, and establish. And under free, you may want trial, sandbox, and freemium. Every account you bring into Totango should have a status. The values that you want defined should be entered into Totango prior to bringing in any data. And this can be found under Global Settings, Data Management, Data Modeler, and Contract Status. And you can map your values into the free, paying, or canceled buckets. It is best practice to not bring only your paying customers into Totango, but also your canceled accounts as well, so that you can see what has churned. Your aim is to bring in data into Totango on a recurring basis, and you should bring in both paying and canceled statuses. The status field also plays an important role in health. Customer accounts that are in any of the canceled statuses will not have health calculated.